friends, how y'all doing? As usual, I'm going to give y'all 3 minutes to get up in here. If y'all are watching on the replay, you can go down to the timestamps in the comments at the 3 minute mark. How y'all doing? I got some hot water up under the desk so I can soak my feet. All right, y'all got about 30 seconds left before we get started. Can y'all hear me? Let me see. Before we get started? Yeah, okay. Next toppers, student, how you doing? My hands ashy. I just washed my hands. I'm clean, that's all that is. Don't judge me, judge yourself. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the video. All right. So, hey, how y'all doing? Everybody feeling okay? I hope so. All right. If you all are new here, hello and welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. Please make sure that y'all do the things, like the video, subscribe to the channel, say hello in the comments below. Let me know where y'all are watching from as well. Okay. If y'all are looking for personal readings, you can book at SavyCynthia.com. That is the only place that you can book. Thank you. If you all are ever reached out to by some person claiming to be me, it's not. I would never do that. That's a scammer. I don't have a WhatsApp. Don't fall for it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this video because I was channeling this morning and it was a very interesting channel. Now, I will give you all this disclaimer. If you all don't want to hear about or talk about certain things going on in the world today, you may not want to watch this video because the way that, at least for me, divination works is the most prevalent energies in the world are going to be what comes up, okay? So obviously, especially if you are in the US, there's a pretty huge overlying energy that is blanketing, you know, how we're feeling, how we're doing, what we're thinking. There's just a primary thing that is the main topic of conversation and the main thing on our minds. Okay, so that's going to be what comes up in these readings. But you know, if that's not for you, that's fine. If you all happen to be in contact or in relation to people who have chosen our current predicament, You may want to stick around for this. You may even want to send it to them. Who knows? But let's just go ahead and get into the channeled message. So, as I was channeling, the first thing I saw was three dots in the shape of a triangle. And it looked to me like what people have been reporting as far as the UAPs go in the sky. So it looked like a ship. And then it formed a downward arrow. And so to me, what this is telling me is that we are going to have some assistance from the higher realms. I have always thought of them, the more I got to understand them, as higher dimensional beings, not necessarily, you know, beings from outer space, okay? But yeah. So basically, this channel came directly from them. It says, we have some thoughts on your current circumstance. We have a secret. Wait and see how things happen. Patience is what they're encouraging. This is what you all needed to see. You needed to see how your hatred for your fellow man would lead to your own demise. You needed to see the pressure of your choice. You spew so much anger and animosity. For what reason? We will intervene when the time is right. You needed to feel this to understand that when evil wins, you pay. Okay? So, that's not necessarily saying you, the viewer of this video, but this is a general you as in humanity. When we make choices and we put people in positions of leadership to guide us, and it's coming from a space of hatred, then the result is what we are currently experiencing. Okay? So, let's go ahead and get into the tarot and the oracle. I actually wanted to start with the Starseed oracle because it directly relates to the beings who are communicating with us today. All right, so I'm going to pull three. All right, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, and most importantly, star beings who are here to assist with the greater good of humanity. Come forth in this reading and show me the cards that I need to see. I also got a message, y'all, that the way that they assist, the way that they show up is not necessarily going to be something like a whole bunch of spaceships landing and trying to save us. The thing is, they've always been here. They've always been around. This might be a funny reference or a reference that you may think is silly, but think about like the Men in Black. These beings are like our teachers. These beings are our mailman, our neighbor, our best friends, our, you know, the guy that runs the pawn shop. Like, they've always been around. They have just been in disguise. They have been incognito. All right. I'm a firm believer that the things that we see in movies come from somewhere. It's not that, you know, art imitates fiction, like art life imitates art. It's art imitating life, things that are really taking place. Okay, so we have, oh, interesting. Okay, so we have We the Hathors, Deep Love, Mother's Milk, and Birth as a portal showing up for us. We also have a Double Mission, Lightworker, Starseed, Serve the World, Being You. And I also have star bathing, light body, crystal grid transmission, and activation. So what I'm getting off of these cards already, just as I was just reading through that, is just like I was saying with the whole Men in Black reference. These people, these beings are already here, and it's people that you know. And I felt this kind of like sleeper cell activation. Like there's going to be something that takes place that awakens or like activates the beings who are here There's going to be like a sudden surge of remembrance of the reason why they're here. All right, so it could literally be, I'm pretty sure that it's some people in the government. There's some people in, our schools, our families. It could be you. You could be the sleeper cell. Okay, but let's go ahead and break down these cards a little further. But that's just what I got off of the first impressions. So the first card that came out is We the Hathors. And it says, birth is a portal that ushers new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you are a child of the Cosmic Mother and you are being called to be held by her, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive deep, deep love of the Mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on Earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you are reminded to rest more deeply in Mother's arms. This card is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation and birth. You are being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity, to create and surrender your own creations, to hold and be held. You are being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the Cosmic Mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you're cradled in the sacred container, that you're more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you are struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of Mother flooding towards you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. Starseed activation. Place this card or your hands over the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I allow deep love of the Cosmic Mother to wash over me. I am loved and I am held. Okay. So for some of you all, I know I have lately been feeling very tired, feeling a deep need or urge to rest, to nurture myself, to take care of myself. And it just feels very preparatory, or like it feels like preparation for something. So some of you all may be feeling this as well. I definitely feel like I'm talking to Starseeds, or those who are aware of Starseeds, or those who suspect that people around you might be Starseeds. Okay. So the next card you receive is the Double Mission. Double Mission. Light Worker Starseed, serve the world by being you. Lightworker Starseeds are mission and purpose oriented. Many have the feeling that time's running out and there's something they came here to do, create, or contribute. They're here to grow as souls individually, the individual mission, and also to contribute to the planet in some action-oriented way, the collective mission. Their collective mission is often answered through a high career calling or by devoting their life to something bigger. Although they remember their collective mission, it can feel as if something is missing or that they're forgetting something important. It's common for light worker starseeds to feel that they are different, that they may carry soul memories of being visible or sharing their voice. As such, they protect themselves by dimming their light in order to fit in, or by spending time in some sort of closet, such as a spiritual closet. If you pull this card, you're being called to remember your collective mission, to step into it even more fully. You're being reminded that your role as a light worker is to light up the world with your presence. This doesn't have to be a great big thing or decision that you need to make. It also doesn't need to be You also don't need to have a great big plan. If you resonate with being a light worker, all you need to do is work out what lights you up, your passions and joys, and keep doing that. When you trust and follow the simple path of things that light you up and lose yourself in the doing, you'll light up the world without even trying. Star Soul Inquiry. How can you serve the world by being you? All right, so this is a card. Hey, how are you? This is a card that is encouraging you to really step into your difference, to really embrace the ways in which you are different, and to embrace your purpose and your soul calling, what you feel called to do, instead of trying to blend in. So what these cards are giving so far is that the help, and I've just said this in like yesterday's reading, the help is coming from you. And I've been saying that we're going to have to do something different. We're going to be the saviors. We're not going to be able to wait on someone else or something else to step in for us. But it seems like it's going to be us through an activation, through a remembrance of what we're supposed to be doing or what we're here to do. We have already been going through like this great divine awakening, but I feel like especially for the Starseeds, I just see this like activation, this like I really feel like we're sleeper cells, and there's going to come a point where the switch gets switched and everyone's going to just know what to do. They're going to just know how to move. They're going to just know how to make change happen through our soul purpose, through remembrance of why we even came to this ghetto ass rock. All right, so the last card is the star bathing card. It says light body crystal grid transmission and activation. We're all going to be activated. Okay, so the stars are constantly showering emanations onto the crystalline grid of Earth. When things are imbalanced, the planet also sends information back up to the stars. Many starseeds have come to Earth at this time to shift the planet vibrationally, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten. And all of the information is stored in the crystalline grid. If you pull this card, you may be being called to begin working with the stars and the crystalline grid of Earth. Some people believe that the crystalline grid of Earth anchors divine cosmic frequencies onto the planet. You may be guided to journey to a particular place on Earth to unlock these cosmic codes with your presence. You may be interested in a practice called star bathing. Download a star bathing meditation at www.starseedoracle.me. This card commonly arises because you are here to connect with the crystalline grid of Earth, either in your hometown or by traveling to other places without quite knowing why. It also can mean that your light body, the energy body in its highest form, is being activated. If this resonates, take things slow in order to integrate this change of vibration. The starseed activation. Place your hands over your heart and say, I open myself up to receiving the wisdom of the crystalline grid beneath me. May the stars and the earth inform and heal me. And as they do, may it heal the earth too. Okay, so that's how you're going to activate your gifting or your calling, is by getting in touch with the earth and the crystalline grid, and to ask for the guidance to come to you in the ways in which you're supposed to help. So let's go ahead and get a Celtic cross out here to get a bigger picture of what's actually going on. All right, Spirit, speak to me, speak through me. What is the question at hand that's in the core of this reading? We have the Four of Wands and the Moon falling out. So the Four of Wands is an energy of harmony. But we also have the Moon here. So I feel like this is the collective asking, how do we bring harmony back to our current situation? How do we bring harmony back to the earth? We're asking the divine to give us downloads, give us information for how to bring harmony back. What's crossing this energy, Spirit? The Seven of Wands. Haters, these haters. This is an energy of defense, of protecting all that we have built. of protecting our reputations, of protecting our homes and our families. Um, this is very on the nose, okay? So we're asking the divine for information for how we can make things better, how we can protect the world, our current way of living, as we have these other energies trying to attack and tear us down, trying to imprison, um, suppress, oppress us as a collective. All right, what is the future possibility for the situation? Three of Cups. The future possibility is celebration. All right, why would we be celebrating? Because we won. Okay, this is also an energy of community. All right, so the future possibility is that we get together and we party, and I feel like that would have to just be in celebration. All right, and what is at the root of all of this? Knight of Swords. Look what's at the root of all of this. Like, you really could never make this up. Knight of Swords and the Devil. Okay, what's at the root of all of this is the information that comes in from the devil, from this negative entity, these negative energies. This can also be about the actions that the devil has recently taken in order to suppress, in order to oppress, in order to, I just heard mentally enslave. I really do feel an energy of, and I have been feeling this for a minute, trying to put us into the energy of fear to easily control us. Okay? And so some of the big things that we see the devil doing are meant to encourage fear. It's meant to make us scramble. It's meant to just have us all up in arms and feeling like we're hopeless, and just, it's trying to push us into low vibrational energies. Okay? Even the fact that your boy did this little salute on TV, that was meant to encourage fear, especially because that salute went unchecked and even went defended, like people defended it. So like everything I feel is just like so orchestrated to encourage fear. Every move. Oh girl, I'm hearing in my head, every step you take, every move you make. Like that song itself is like very stalkerish. If y'all ever listen to it, it's giving an energy of an overseer that is just so negative and like always watching us, and like even salivating at the idea of us being in fear and scrambling. They just gave me the schoolyard bully energy. This schoolyard bully thrives off of the energy of fear, off of the energy of knowing that so many people try to stay away or hide or run from them until someone doesn't, until somebody stands up and fights them, until they get beat up by somebody. Like, and I feel like Starseeds, that's what we're about to be called to do, to stand up and knock them down. Okay, so what happened in the past, energy spirit? Tell me about the past. High Priestess. So the High Priestess is an intuitive card, but it is also a card of secrets. Okay, so in the recent past, I do feel like there is something that we don't know that has happened in reference to this situation. Some of you all may have felt what that was intuitively, but it has not been confirmed yet. Okay. Um, Before I get into the expected future, let's clarify what this could be. What is this High Priestess energy here? What happened in the past that was done secretly, that is secret? Ooh, judgment. I've been feeling this so freaking hard. What has been happening quietly is that a judgment has been made about the devil. Judgment has been passed on the devil, and someone has answered the call to justice. Now, I don't know if you all have been keeping up with the politicals, but one major thing that's recently happened, or that's kind of trending, is that the Lotus Queen, if y'all know who I mean, um, she who should be in the highest office in the land, had leaned over to her counterpart and mouthed, or people are speculating that she said justice will be served. And then here we have the judgment card being coming out with the high priestess. So I do feel like, and I have been feeling like, behind the scenes there is something working out in order to bring us justice. Clarify further, High Priestess and the Judgment card. The fact that these are major arcanas coming through as well means that something big is happening behind the scenes. And I even told you all with the astrology a couple days ago, on the day of the big event, I made a post in the community tab about what's happening astrologically. And one of the key points of that was that things are not how they appear. So we're watching this big event on TV. I know a lot of people are feeling hopeless. Like, I can't believe they're really letting this dude go through with this. And it just wasn't what we thought it was. I really believe that, like, it's not what we thought it was. It was all for show. A part of me kind of feels like he is also aware that he's not getting away with anything, but his arrogance kind of makes him feel like he'll get away with it, or he'll break through some kind of way. But with the Judgment card comes the Five of Pentacles. There's about to be some type of loss. There's about to be some type of instability. All right, lack. He's about to be thrown out. He's about to run out of resources, like time. This is a card that can indicate homelessness as well. He's about to be put out in the cold. So he don't even see that coming. And if he does, he thinks that he's going to find a way to avoid it. But I feel like the ball is already rolling. The ball's already rolling. And just like the channel message said, the way that things are going, they're happening the way they're supposed to happen, and they're multifaceted, okay? So on the one hand, they kind of have to just let this play out so that homeboy can really show us who he is, so that they can collect evidence, proof of him doing what they suspect him of doing. But also, this was meant to show everyone who chose this exactly what they chose. How bad things could really be, and how voting, I shouldn't have said that, how choosing hatred of your fellow man can also lead to pain, hardship for yourself. A lot of people chose this under the guise of cheaper groceries, under the guise of, a better economy. But everything that your boy has done in the first couple of days has raised the price of groceries, has proven that it's going to destroy our economy. Like, we're not even a full month in, and already the shit is falling apart. And I just feel like the reason why none of this was prevented before that big day is because people really needed to see what they chose. This was a way to disillusion the cult. Okay? So, what is the expected future? 10 of Cups. Happily ever after. Harmony being restored. Okay? So, that is what the potential future is. That's what we're expecting to see. What we are not seeing is the judgment being passed on this devil. What we are not seeing is that this devil is about to be put out on his ass. All right? And we're just having to fight. We're just having to just make sure that we keep our wits about us in the meantime. But I have been saying that the way that things are going is exactly the way things were supposed to go. Okay? A lot of people have been following, other psychics. Some of them are calling themselves dreaming women. They have their little aliases, code words, blue Lulus. You might be familiar with that one. And a lot of people are upset with them because they feel like they lied. To an extent, I can understand that there was maybe some false hope, but I don't think that they were completely wrong. I have never predicted that he wouldn't make it to the big day, not in a formal, intuitive way. I've hoped, I have thought that maybe he wouldn't, but due to my own predictions, I don't see him making it too much further. In fact, by June, I think we should be free of the devil based on my 2025 year reading. So let's see what our current status is for the collective. Current status. Some of us may be strategizing. That is the 7 of Swords energy, but this is also a card of deception. This is also a card of unarming, disarming certain people. We're going to clarify that. What is the surroundings for my collective here? What is surrounding my collective here? 2 cards come out. The Empress and the Temperance card. I love that. So our surroundings, guys, are abundance. It's healing. It's self-care, nurturing, affluence, balance being restored, making the best of a bad situation, temperance energy, alchemy. Okay, so I love that what's surrounding us are also 2 major arcanas, which is like really big positive energy, as well as what we didn't see was 2 major arcanas, the High Priestess and the Judgment. So like big things are happening behind the scenes, but we just have to feel this. We have to experience this. We have to go through this as a collective in order to make ourselves better. This is about also holding those who chose this accountable, okay? Letting them see where their hatred got us. All right, what's in the mind and the emotions of our collective here? King of Cups in the reverse. All right, some of y'all don't know how to feel. Some of y'all are scattered. Some of you all, I don't want to say you lack emotional maturity, but it's like you're not sure how to feel. Some of you all may be feeling kind of codependent as well. Some of you all may be feeling a little angry as well. We're going to clarify that. All right, so let's clarify first what the status is with the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here as that status? Yeah, we are figuring out strategy. Just like I said, the first word that came out of my mouth when it came to this energy, strategy. We're figuring out ways to work together in order to take care of ourselves, in order to save ourselves. A lot of people have been discussing organizing offline, and that is definitely something that needs to be done, considering that the same devils that are trying to basically enslave us, scare us, fear monger us, um, cause instability for us, are the same ones that own these platforms that a lot of people might be trying to organize on. So the strategy is about organizing physically together outside of electronic spaces. Okay. And what is this King of Cups in reverse? Why are we feeling unsure of our emotions, maybe having scattered emotions? I mean, I feel like that's obvious, but let's clarify. Two cards coming out. Nine of Pentacles and the King of Cups in the upright. All right, because we feel like they're trying to take our independence away from us. They're trying to take our money, our stability, our ability to care for ourselves and our families away from us. And I just got that for some people, it just goes back to the people who chose it. They didn't think it was going to be them. They didn't think that their hatred-based choices was going to affect them. They just thought it was going to affect, those people who are not supposed to be here. The bad ones. The bad ones. They thought that their hatred-based choices were going to affect those who didn't have a certain privilege. And now that they're seeing that they're included, now that they're seeing that they're not above the repercussions, now that they're seeing that the devil don't give a damn about them either, that all of this was just a power play, now that they're seeing that they were manipulated, they're in their feelings. They don't know how to feel. They feel taken advantage of, manipulated, okay, shenaniganized, all right? And so I think that for a lot of people, this was a wake-up call, okay? And good for you, okay? So what is the outcome here for my collective? The outcome is that we become stronger, all right? The outcome is strength, all right? The outcome is that we are forced to dig deep and to pull it out for ourselves, to save ourselves. All right, clarify the strength card. Empress energy again. All right, we're going to come out better. We're going to come out stronger for this. All right, but this is just what needed to happen. All right, we have to see that hatred is not the way. We had to see that the only way that we are going to survive is together. That we can't be throwing one group under the bus hoping to gain favor with some billionaires who don't give a damn about us. Okay? So I do feel like what is happening, this FAFO energy, is really waking people up. It's really waking people up. And that's exactly what needed to happen. All right. So let's go ahead and pull. I kind of want to pull soul lessons, but like I said, I'm soaking my feet. So let's do Moonology instead. Moonology, what messages do you have for the collective here? They're directing my attention to the true intentions. So I'm going to pull some of those as well. The first Moonology card. Who am I talking to? I feel like I'm talking to my usual collective, but I feel like the collective I'm talking to today is connected to the people who chose this. To the people, like you might work with people who are like gloating about this man winning, who are like really in your face, or at least they were, until all of these EOs started getting signed and they started seeing very quickly how it's negatively impacting them. Because the first card that comes out says, what do you need to release? Some of y'all are connected to people who need to release their angry, fear-based tactics. They're gloating. They're trying to rub it in your face. Like, they need to release that. Their alliances with this man who don't give a damn about them, who was very divisive and caused separation. They need to release their attachment to this energy. They need to release their hatred. They need to release their lack of consideration for their fellow man, because that's how we got here. That's how we got somebody in a seat of power that wants to destroy us all. Okay? Don't let pride get in your way. New moon, full moon in Leo. All right? So it is time to put pride aside. It doesn't matter about parties, blue party or red party. Like, that doesn't matter. This is about humanity. This is about brotherhood. This is about caring for one another. This is about making sure that we all make it through. What good is it to bash or suppress or oppress your fellow man? Like, we, and I say we meaning people of color, especially Black people, have been trying to tell everyone for a long time that it's us for now, but eventually it's going to be you. And what this situation has shown us is that, not that it wasn't ever about race, because it was, but at the end of the day, the only color that matters is green. And stepping on your head, no matter what color you are, as long as it can bring them $1, is what they're going to do. Okay? It's what they're going to do. So this is a time where we're needing to unite, regardless of race, color, creed, gender, sexuality, regardless of any of those things. This is a time for us to be united. So it is time to release whatever preconceived notions, preoccupations you have in your mind, that don't support, that don't uplift, that don't bolster the idea of connection and unity. Okay, so disseminating moon card, it is time to breathe out. Okay, this is also a card that is release. It's okay to exhale now. Okay, so what I'm seeing, it's just letting everything go. Letting your racial biases go. Letting the fight against one another go. And redirecting our energy towards fighting for one another. Okay? So, let's get a crystal spirit. I don't know if I want to do true intentions anymore. Okay, let's do a crystal spirit first and I'll see. All right, crystal spirits. What message do I have for my collective here? I see I lost a lot of y'all. This message is so specific. And it's only for the real, I see. And some of y'all just not real enough for this message, and that's okay. But if you are here, if you're hearing this message at this point, if you are watching the replay, in the comments, drop some butterflies for me to let me know that you're ready to evolve. Dalmatian stone. Now this came out already just the other day, and this energy, the Dalmatian stone energy, is about playfulness and not taking things so seriously and laughing about certain things. So maybe for some, this, I don't know if this will ever be a period in time that we can laugh about, but it's gonna be like, remember that time we almost had a dictator? Remember that time type energy? Like, I don't know that we're gonna laugh about it. Maybe we just too sore right now. But the bottom of the deck is the emerald energy, which is a heart chakra crystal, which is, you know, what we need right now. Love for one another, care for one another. So the Dalmatian stone spirit's energy is the energy of playfulness, childlike joy and enthusiasm for life, absurdity, humor, and laughter. Watch children playing and you are watching them learn. Serious though life may seem at times, Dalmatian stone spirit is calling you to embrace the absurdity of the world, and it is so absurd right now. To laugh and find humor in the everyday experiences that might otherwise frustrate you, okay? All of us are here to learn, and laughter makes the lesson easier. And sometimes it makes it stick a little better. For it can help you write a funny story to tell again and again. Remember that time? Boy, did I learn my lesson. Now is a good moment to crack a joke to break the tension and remind yourself that alongside trouble and hardship dances the spirit of playfulness. This is not a time for trudging or marching, but for skipping. Sing a song, make a goofy face, and recognize that the conscious universe throws you off course at times to remind you that surprises can be gifts from the invisible realms. Dalmatian stone spirit is guiding you to lighten up and open yourself to playing with the possibilities. Who knows what you'll discover as you join in on the fun. The conscious universe is not here to trick you, but to help you, for you are loved deeply. All right, so this is the energy of not taking what's going on so seriously, in spite of the fact that it's very serious. It's very serious, okay? So I am going to do the true intentions, and I'm going to ask, what are the true intentions of the person or people currently in power? What was all of this for? Three cards came out. The past. I still haven't gotten over what occurred in the past. All right, so one of the things that have been coming up lately is about how certain people had to get a pardon because the person who is currently in power likes to hold grudges. So a lot of what we are seeing is the result of his little personal beefs from his previous time sitting in the seat of power. Okay, so past. Entertainment. I find your life and your stories comical, and it came out in the reverse. So to see people scramble, we wouldn't think it was entertaining, but it feels like the powers that be, those that sit in the seat of power, find it amusing that we are scrambling, that we are fearful, that we're crying, that we don't know what we're going to do, that some of us are losing our jobs, that some of us are being taken, allegedly taken back to our countries of origin, that like they find like all of the chaos amusing. And then the last card that comes out is support in reverse. The message of the support card says, I am here to support and elevate you. But it's in the reverse. So, like I said, some of y'all have been tricked. Y'all have let y'all hatred put us all in a position that is uncomfortable. And it's because you thought that this person was here to support you in spite of his hatred and his rhetoric towards other groups as long as you felt supported. But now you are seeing you have fucked around, and now you are finding out, or people that you are associated with have fucked around, and now they are finding out that it was never about supporting or elevating you. Okay? It was never about that. All right? They sit where they sit and they laugh, they kiki, they think it's hilarious that the people are scrambling. Okay? So let's get a couple of rebel messages and a postcard from Spirit, and then I'm going to go ahead and go. All right. Rebel, talk nice or don't, I don't care. But please tell these people what they need to hear. Yes. One more, please. Yeah. All right, so the first card says, stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. So some of y'all need to stop checking on those people that y'all cut off because they put us in this position. Some of y'all need to stop worrying about them. Some of y'all need to maybe take a break from media, okay? Some of y'all are like following these people and watching them say more hateful things and watching them do things that are really just driving you cuckoo up here. And you might just need a break from that, all right? So it's a good time for you to invest in yourself right now, to pour into yourself right now, and don't waste time trying to see what's the next thing, what they're doing, what they're gonna say next, how it's gonna, like, give yourself a break. All right. The next card says rebel, because fuck it, it's time for us to do something different. And I've been living in this energy, feeling this energy with my Aquarius moon for a minute. All right. It's time for us to stop walking in single file lines because they say so. It's time for us to start doing something different. And the last card says you equals tight ass. Loosen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. All right. This is an energy telling you that you cannot control everything. Okay. There are certain things that you're just not going to be able to control, and that's okay. Control what you can in your initial environment, like not watching certain things, including this reading, if it makes you uncomfortable or if it's too much for you to handle. But control your environment to create peace for yourself until you're ready to do something more. All right, so let's get our postcard from Spirit. What is the final message here for my collective today? What is the message? Didn't quite fall. What is the message for my collective here, Spirit? Okay. And it says, dear, wonderful you. Intimacy is scary sometimes. It means you have to let someone else know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for some time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way to know true closeness with others. You will also be close to Spirit and to us. There's an amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy. It's truly empowering. So, may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who you are when you are with others. So share it. You will be so glad you did. All right, so this message, as I was reading it, what I saw is that some of you all are putting on a very brave face as you all kind of try to navigate what we are dealing with here. And this really just goes back to the energy of community and uplifting each other and loving each other. What's done is done for now. And it's okay for you to feel your feelings about it. Some of you all may need to lean on your friends and family and just like vent and just cry and just release whatever you need to release. in reference to what we are currently dealing with as a collective. I feel also that it needs to be understood that we are all dealing with this together, that a lot of us are having similar feelings, and that there should be no shame attached to however you're feeling in reference to our current situation. I'm also getting a message that some of you all have upheld and uplifted these ideals of hatred because of the community that you find yourself in. Some of you all are just repeating the rhetoric that your fellow community members spit, and y'all don't even feel that or believe that, but you do it because you want to be accepted. And to that I say, there is community elsewhere. You don't have to belittle anyone. You don't have to pretend to be someone that you're not in order to have community. Okay? So free yourself from being someone that you're not, acting in ways that you don't believe, and find yourself some community that can support you. All right? Apologize to whoever needs to be apologized to, and forgive yourself for living in that way, living in a way that is not authentic to who you are. Okay? So that is the message for today. If this resonates with you at all, let me know in the comments below. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe if you have not already. And until the very next time I read for you, I'm wishing you all love and light. Now go get right, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.